Love surround you, surround you, angels surround you, every day, all day long. When you are jamming with someone, most of the times you're going to add extra notes in between. But these notes of the chords are a really good place for you to anchor the tempo. Like if you have like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, as we're playing now, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Notice that every time we're playing the notes, we're playing the 1, which was like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like 1, 1, 1, ba, 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 1, 2, 3. We're always landing on the tempo 1. I know it can get quite confusing with numbers of the scale and numbers of the counting for the tempos, but just for you to understand, we have this beat like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can feel that pulse when you're singing or when you're playing, or especially when you're dancing. The place where your body will land on the floor as if you're feeling where to dance, where to step. These are the strong beats of this bar. So you can place the chord notes on this place. Doesn't mean that I can only play the 1, the 3, or the 5. It means that I should land on them. I'm going to give you another example where I'm going to be extending more notes on the same chord and adding notes in between. So on the G, for example, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Notice that 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. I'm adding on 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. On the hands, I'm counting the tempos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. So my ones on the tempo are landing on the notes 1, 3, or 5. But I'm actually adding extra notes on the offbeats of this time signature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. And I'm playing just G. If I go to the C chord, 3, 4, 6, 6. Again, 3, 4, 6, 6. 3, 4, 6, 6. Notice that I don't have the 3 on the chord, on this chord. This chord would normally be 4, 6, or 1. But because I'm adding that on the offbeat, 3, 4, 6, 6, it's kind of preparing that to land on a strong note. 3, 4, 6, 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 5, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3. Same thing, I don't have the 5 on this chord here, but because it's on the offbeat, 6, 5, 4, 3, 5, 5. Again. So let's try to play together this little melody that I just came up with. It's going to be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. You. One more time. 2, 3, 4, 3. Second part. 3, 4, 6, 6. One more time. 3, 4, 6, 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 5, 5. One more time. 6, 5, 4, 3, 5, 5. You could be thinking like, it's quite boring to sing this just with the numbers, right? But knowing the numbers, it's just referencing back to where these notes are on the scale. So you can have a better vertical visualization of what you can use, what are the notes available for you to sing. And when you understand the structure of the chord, you also can understand what are the notes that will be working better with that harmonic structure, which are your chords. Sometimes when people are improvising, there are moments that you land on a note that, oh, that note doesn't feel quite right. It's because that note is in a wrong spot. There's no wrongs or right notes. And that's an important thing to understand. There's no wrong notes. Every single note can work with every single chord, as long as that note have a direction, as long as this note is telling you a story, you know? So maybe this note here, when we're playing the G, let's think about this note here, for example. It sounds like, it's like a whoosh. Maybe it can be like a note that you would normally not use. But if I come from like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 5, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 4, 5. Well, I just added that note in the context of the G. And if I play them together, there's a lot of dissonance there. Da, da. But notice that this note da, da, kind of resolve here. So if I leave this note by itself, da, I kind of like it. But if you don't feel comfortable about that, you can just resolve that in da, da, or da, da. Somewhere a little bit up or somewhere a little bit down, you're going to find a place to resolve it. And even like notes like this, da, 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 which sounds like, oh my god, how can you actually use this note in this context if you're telling me that every single note can be used with every single chord? You just need to justify the movement. So this note here da, could be a note that is coming from the top one. Da, da, da. So now let's move on into another level of this understanding. We're going to be having 4 chords, not just 1 as we have in the beginning where we could fluidly go in the scale, not just 2 where we have to be thinking about, oh, this, get back to this, get back to this, but now we're going to have this third space. So it's 1 chord that go into another one and then go into another one and get back to that second one before going back into your first chord. And for each of these chords, we're going to have 3 notes, similar to what we have before, but now we're going to be having to think about this 1, 3, 5, 4, 6, 1. With these 3 notes, we have the F chord. The next one we're going to be using now is the G chord. And for the G chord, C, D, E, F, G is the 5th one, so we're starting this chord on the 5th note of the scale, and from this 5th note we're piling thirds. 5, 7, 2, 5, 7, 2. Okay? So now, when we go into these 3 chords, 1, 3, 5, 4, 6, 1, 5, 7, 2, and get back into 4, 6, 1, get back into 1, 3, 5. So these are the notes that we're going to be using in this exercise right now. I'm going to do the same thing. I play and then you respond, I play and then you respond, a call and response kind of vibe. But before we go into this exercise, I just want you to share with you what is this song, which is a song from the Bird tribe in US. It is the love surround you, peace surround you, angels surround you, every day, all day long. Morning, noon and night, you are surrounded by the light. Love surround you, peace surround you, angels surround you, every day, all day long. Morning, noon and night, you are surrounded by the light. Second part. You are surrounded by the light of God, the light of peace, the light of love. And again, you are surrounded by the light of God, the light of peace, the light of love. So normally in a circle, you would play this many times, and people would start to sing, and that would be building up some momentum, some ecstasy, and everybody would go, yeah, love surround you, peace surround you, angels, and then you keep scaling that into more energy. But there is a moment, normally, where this will jump into an instrumental part. And that's where this knowledge becomes very useful. Because then you know what are the notes that you can land that will sound good. It's the principle of improvisation, to have these guiding stones. When you understand them, you become much more fluid with your expression, but it's a really good reference point to have. That's great, isn't it? To have more clarity around what are the steps that you can go, based on what are the chords that you are playing, based on understanding what these chords are built with, because you know what a scale is. So there's all these steps, these milestones for you to understand more about the foundations of music. I'm going to be adding a few exercises for you to keep practicing and understanding what are the other possibilities that we have. These ones that we have been doing, they're all in major, like C major, F major, G major, F major, C. But you can have the same kind of variations using the minor fields as well. So I'm going to be adding an exercise for you there in the minor field. And also I'm going to be adding an exercise for you where we're not going to be just playing one note per bar, like 1, 1, 2, one, in this case we have 1 note per bar. We're going to be having 2 notes per bar. But the next note, just after the one that we just had, is going to be the next note available on that chord. So if I'm playing the 1 on the first chord here, like 1, the next note available on that chord is going to be the 3. It's right on top of that when in the structure of this chord. 1, 3, and then I'm going to go to the next chord, which also has my 1, 1, but then the next note available is not the 3 anymore, now it's the 4, 4, then I go to the next chord, I don't have the 1 available anymore, now I have the 2, 2, and I also don't have the 4, so the next note available is the 5, 2, 5, and when I get back to the F, I get back to my 1, 4, it's going to be sounding like this. 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 5, 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 5, 1, 4, 1. Okay, I'm going to put some of these there for you to explore. This goes into a different level of complexity. It starts to get into medium hard. For some of you guys, this is all new information. So take time to digest this. Go through the video again and again and again. And when you feel that these informations are starting to land, then you can expand into this more advanced exercise. And if at any time it starts to get confusing or, oh, I don't know what to do with this information, just reach out and we can organize a private lesson for you. I hope you enjoyed this class. And I see you next time. Love surround you, surround you, angels surround you every day, all day long. Morning, noon, and night, you are surrounded by the light.